Hello, everyone, and welcome to Law Unfiltered, the official podcast series by Law Jurist, where we bring you honest conversation from the legal world. I'm your host, Riya, and today's episode is special because we are speaking to someone who represents a very modern, evolving version of what it means to be a lawyer today. Our guest is a corporate lawyer, legal educator, and one of the earliest legal content creators in India who started creating legal content much before it became a trend. Back when every few people who were using social media didn't really talk seriously about law, legal careers, and legal education. She completed her master's from MNLU, began her content creation journey during law school itself, and has continued it continuously alongside a very demanding corporate law practice. Today, across platforms, she reaches thousands of students and young aspirants, and many of her students are now studying in some of the law top colleges across India. What makes her journey especially interesting is that she bridged three worlds: practice, teaching, public legal education, and shows that legal profession doesn't have to exist only inside courtrooms and boardrooms. Through this conversation, we'll talk about law as a career, content creation, mental health, women in law, regional realities, and what it really takes to build a meaningful professional identity in today's legal world. So, whether you are a law student, a young lawyer, or someone simply curious about this profession, this episode is for you. Welcome to Law Unfiltered, Advocate Likhita.
Thank you, Ria. Thank you so much for having me here. And it was a lovely introduction.
Thank you so much. We'll start very simple. So, my first question will be before law and content, who is Likhita as a person? What do you enjoy outside this world?
Uh, so I love talking to people. I think that's why I'm here as in the legal profession. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. Yeah, I love listening to their stories. Also, apart from this, I'm a very spiritual person. So if you'll not find me anywhere over here, like on content creation or that, I will be watching Premanand Maharaj's Ekant Vartalab videos, or will be listening to some bhajan, or visiting any spiritual place. So yes, that way, or reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I love that.
Hmm.
So you will find
That,
me doing that thing.
that's actually new to me. Glad to know. So, coming to the second question, you have done stand up. I've seen that like twice on your profile. It was really good. Uh, so, you seem to be very comfortable around camera. Was communication and performing always your strength, or you worked it up towards your law career?
So actually, the credit goes to my mom. When I was a kid,
Okay.
she had this stage fear, so she did not wanted me to have that. So since childhood, she used to always encourage me, like push me, go for this competition. She used to take me, in fact. In Maharashtra during Ganesh Chaturthi, you have this. Colony Ganpati, and you have a lot of other competitions around. So there used to be this Vakrutru Spardha, which is elocution competition. Okay, so my mom used to
Mm,
make me participate in that. She used to take my rehearsals. She used to teach me how to speak, and then she used to be there, listening to me. Also, when I was in school, she used to take me to various elocution competitions, inter-school competitions on Sundays. Like after doing her old household course, she used to take me to these competitions, tell me, go on stage, that's important. Winning and losing doesn't matter. And there used to be another competition which was on Gudi Padwa. So every time she used to teach me, small poems, stories, or divine songs, and she used to tell me to go and perform it on the stage. So that initially childhood, I did not had that stage fear because of my mom. She used to push me, encourage me to go on stage. So some way or the other, my the credit goes to my mom for encouraging me since childhood. Also, when I entered law school, there were certain seniors of mine. When I saw them on stage, I really felt like, the way they own the stage, I want to be like them. So after the competitions, or whenever they were the host on the stage, after they did their anchoring and all, I used to go. compliment them and take tips from them. So that actually helped my communication skills over the years.
Mm, that's actually a very different take. मतलब when you talk to an advocate, they would say that कि धीरे धीरे करके आया है या फिर उन्होंने खुद से सब कुछ किया है. But it's really great to know that how parents can, enhance your students, मतलब child's upbringing like that. Glad to know. So coming to your law journey, uh, classic question: why did you choose law?
So there's a very funny story again to this. When I
Mhm.
was age 4, I was in nursery, and there was this fancy dress competition which was there. And so my mom took me again to a costume store where you get this costumes at rent. And over there, I don't know what happened. I told I want to be a judge. I told that auntie I want to wear like a dress like a judge and be on stage. And that auntie searched a lot. She did not had a costume of judge. So whatever she had a costume of teacher, she had a costume of doctor. So she tried
Mhm.
and convinced me so hard to be doctor, like wear this white gown, white coat, and go on stage. Nothing will happen. Even my mom tried so hard to convince me to become a doctor, for that fancy dress competition. But I said no, and I didn't even participate in that competition because I wanted to be a judge. And I think that's where initially I decided I want to be a lawyer. Later
Mhm.
on, when I was in my fourth grade, we had this civics subject, history and civics. So civics had a lot of like constitution, about directive principles of state policy, fundamental rights, and that actually was my favorite subject. So after that, things evolved, and also in my fourth standard, we had this freedom struggle and how India won independence, and about the freedom fighters and the stories. And I realized most of the freedom fighters were lawyers. They had done the LLB, and that actually inspired me that we can bring a change, and that's how I choose law.
You're actually making a lot of changes. So you're on right track, I see.
Thank
Uh,
you, Ria.
so next question. You have seen law as a law student and now as a working professional. With how demanding it is, and sometimes the work-life balance here, it's really hard to maintain. So what makes you to continue choosing this profession?
Uh, it is very difficult, to be honest. If law school was over here, then I think legal profession asks you this. So yes, it is challenging. But I think what I look towards the end is um like it's all about time management, Ria. If you were good at time management in your law school, then definitely you will be a good you can manage your professional life as well. I will not tell that it's all about work life balance and all these things, because in legal profession it is just like a funny joke if you keep telling on this. But it's all important how you even manage that 1 hour of me time you get, what you want to do. um, so I think it's all about time management. If you were good in time management in law school, then definitely you will be able to handle the pressure in your working profession as well.
Makes sense. You have mentioned that you missed ILS just by 2 marks, and today your own students get there to, matlab, through your guidance. So, how do you look at that phase of your life now?
It's, to be honest, it's all about God's plan. I thank Lord Krishna for everything. So when I did not get ILS, I still remember my mom telling me this quote by श्री हरिवंश राय बच्चन, जब जब मन का होता है तब तब अच्छा होता है, जब जब मन का नहीं होता तब और भी अच्छा होता है, क्योंकि तब ईश्वर का मन का होता है. And I believe this journey had something related to God only. Because I never thought, this in my wildest dream also, I never thought that my students, people will start recognizing me in ILS as well. But God changed everything. I started putting content on YouTube. and people started learning from that. And when they got ILS, they definitely text me on Instagram telling that, ma'am, we got ILS because of guidance, would love to meet you. And actually, when I met them, they were so happy. It was like a small celebrity moment for me. When I went to ILS, I was walking and people were recognizing me, are you legal charge, we are your students. So it was a surreal moment. I really thank God for this.
Really, really glad to know that. Now, one of the most defining parts of your public identity today is content creation. Clearly, it is. So, let's talk about that journey. You started creating content around 2020, around lockdown.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
Back then, legal content creation was still relatively new. What made you start at that time?
So again, I want to thank my mom for that. I still remember I was just having like a funny conversation with my mom. She had made this lauki ki sabji, and which I hate. I don't like it at all. And I was doing this drama that मैं नहीं खाऊंगी, मैं इसका निषेध करती हूँ, something like a reporter I was telling. Okay, so my mom just got fed up and she told me that ये सब नाटक करना है तो Instagram, YouTube पे करना, मेरे सामने नहीं चलेगा. Typical like mama, the way she says things. And actually, that inspired me. I recorded my first video itself that day, and I posted um, on YouTube and on Instagram. So that's how I started Legal Shots with Vakil.
Okay, okay. Very interesting. So, when you compare that phase and to today, when people actually want to enter this space now more than ever, do you think it has become more challenging?
Now, the biggest challenge now is algorithm. I would
Hmm.
say one of the biggest challenge now is algorithm, because even me, after creating so many content for so many years, I also sometimes feel it difficult to understand what Instagram is actually pushing, what content it is pushing, what is the algorithm change. It keeps changing, okay? So that's one of the biggest problem. But I would say, in fact, content creation is very easy now. You will get hundreds of videos on YouTube how to edit a video. There are people creating reels and showing you how to edit your content, how to make valuable content on Instagram, uh, on YouTube. So now it is not that difficult. It is in fact easier than when way back when I started. But the thing, the challenge is algorithm. If you crack that, and you're consistent with your game, then even you will be a next influencer.
Okay, okay. So a follow-up question. How do you personally cope up with this dynamic nature of the media world?
Yeah. So Ria, to be honest, I don't, see at the numbers and how my reel is working. To be honest, I've been doing this the same since a lot of years. If I
Mhm.
feel I want to create this reel, I will create it and post it. I will not think, did it like what numbers I've got, because I wanted to share. And I feel, I always keep the aim very low. I feel if at least 10 people got inspired from that reel, then I've done my job. I don't want that big numbers, because that keeps changing. Okay, if you'll see my content only for a past 15 days, there were few reels which went really up to 1 million views, and then I got a lot of likes on that also. But there are few reels who actually worked out, only got like 4K 5K views. So it's all about algorithm. But that 4K and 5K views were personally my favorite reels, I would say. So it all
Mhm.
depends upon algorithm, but that doesn't make me who I am today. I just feel like if I've made that, I will post that.
Okay, okay. So coming to your content, it is a balance of guidance, awareness, and humor. How do you find this voice and decide this is how you want to show up?
So memes, that is humor, is something I cannot let go. Like if I stop making memes as well, I get DMs, from people telling me, "The what happened? Why you're not making memes? We miss your memes." So that is something that is inbuilt. I cannot let go, making of memes. In fact, people have given me this name, Queen of Law Memes. So I have to make justice to that. So I cannot never compromise on that. Second, awareness and guidance, mentorship kind of reels that I started eventually when I was in my third or fourth year of law school, or fifth year. Basically, more reels came up in my fifth year, because I think in second year, मैं क्या ही mentorship do? Like, I was in my second
Mhm.
year. I used to take mentorship from other people, other content creators out there, or other lawyers out there who were elder to me like 3 to 4 years. I used to ask them for guidance and all. So at that stage,
Mhm.
I never did such reels. Only I used to guide for MHCT because I had cracked that and I knew about it. But apart
Mhm.
from that, I never did any content at that point. But now I feel that I'm mature enough. I've passed that phase, what a law student or first year law student has is going through. So I think now I'm at the better place to tell, and now I have created initially more awareness and more mentorship kind of reels.
Mhm. So I've seen that you also read books. I have seen a lot of recommendations from your end. So can you give some recommendations for law
Uh,
students?
Okay. Okay. So one first book will be, now this is something especially to girls I would say,
Okay.
balance. Just a second, I'm not remembering the name. It's Justice
Mhm.
Leela said. On balance, I guess. It talks
Mhm.
about her story, how much she struggled. So anytime
Mhm.
if you feel like, what are we doing? So just remember, ma'am
Mhm.
struggle, Justice Leela said, or any woman lawyer, any woman judge
Indra,
who actually made
रिकॉर्ड हो
ways
रहा
for
है?
us to be here today.
Hmm?
They have struggled too much. They have struggled like 100 times more than us. So if you really want that inspiration, then you should definitely be reading On Balance by Justice Leela said. Second would be Courtroom Genius. That's another
इंद्र
book. Okay, you will understand how people in those generation have actually become such great lawyers. What they were, why they are known for what who they are. Third would be just a second, Ria. This will be edited, right?
Yes.
Um, I'm not understanding. I had actually made a list. Yeah, last month I had taken this mentorship program, and now
Mhm.
instantly you asked me this question. I'm not understanding. I'm remembering the book name. I mean, book. I could see it in my this thing, but I'm not understanding because I've read these books when I was. Huh. This Okay, the third book would be 10 Cases That Changed India. I think that's of Chintan Chandrachud. It is also an incredible book that will give you another perspective of all these landmark cases. All the landmark cases, what you will learn in your law school, it will give you that behind story, how that uh, case took place, or some little um, like on trivia about that case, like what bench it had, what was the speciality of that bench, or what was the specialty of the CGI who delivered that case, what was going on in the mind of that advocate while they were arguing that particular case, what was the situation in the country during that case. So you should definitely read that book. It's not just about, it will not tell you what actually happened in that judgment, but also it will take you through that journey, how that judgment was delivered.
Okay, okay. I have noted them down and definitely go through them.
Definitely.
Move on to credibility, stereotypes, and the profession in general. Law is a very, well, comparatively conservative profession. When you are starting putting yourself out there, was there fear or resilience from within the legal ecosystem?
No, I wouldn't say within the legal system, because if you will see, when I started creating memes, even now, my followers, there are a lot of incredible people from the legal profession who follow me. That's actually I again thank Lord Krishna for that. That some top 1% of the people who are like huge in this profession, like we look up to
Mhm.
them. They are inspiration to any law student. People have this dream to intern under them. So such people have followed me, have told me that they love my content, they love my memes. So it was a huge thing for me, and it's a huge thing. I really respect them, and I'm always grateful to God for doing such thing in my life. But There were people also who told me, there were people who actually told me that, legal profession is uh, not that funny. You shouldn't be creating memes. You will land yourself in trouble. And there were trolls also who told me, a lot of things, even when the content wasn't that problematic. But also there were people who have told me, given me, threatened me. But then it is all about you, okay? How you want to grow, what you want to see yourself as. So I still remember law school senior of mine had told me that, don't create memes. It's not people, law profession is not that funny. People will lawyers will hate you for that, and a lot of things she told me. But I did not wanted to listen to her. Like my mom says again, this sabki suno par apni man ki karo. So I wanted to create content, I wanted to put memes out there, and eventually that became my whole soul identity, okay? People started loving my memes, people started recognizing me. Even on Twitter, people reshare my memes post, what I do. So it's all about you, okay, what you want to do. Obviously there are certain limitations on what kind of content you create, but that's also for your self restrictions. Like I've never made content that would be defaming anyone. I've never made controversial content. Like I'm very far
Mhm.
from that thing. And so if you know your boundaries well, then definitely there is no limit over here, okay? You can grow and you will be one day someone's favorite.
Actually, listening to your what your mother has done for you, that is actually very motivating, very empowering indeed. So let's moving on. There's a belief that visibility on social media reduces seriousness as a lawyer. I obviously don't believe it. Looking at you, of course, that's not true. So, what's your take on that? Maybe I think that what they mean is when you start focusing on social media more, then as in profession, you might not do that well because your focus is shifted. So, how do you basically balance that?
To be honest, Ria, it's all depending on the content you create. If you're
Mhm.
creating awareness related, if you're educating people and you have done your homework, like you're well researched on that law, you're telling a particular thing in an easy way to understand people, educating people, then definitely you are not doing any harm. In fact, you are doing two good things. One is you're improving your own knowledge, because like if I want to create a content on a particular landmark case, I will do a research work, I will read that judgment, I will reduce it in a shorter version, because nowadays long content don't run. So if I'm making a reel of 1 minute, I will tell the entire case, all the important highlights only in 1 minute. The second good thing what you're doing is you're explaining it to a layman what this particular judgment said. You're explaining to law students who are like budding lawyers. You're making their work easy about what is that case law. So I don't think it is, this statement, whatever is said, is completely true. It's not at all true. In fact, you're doing such a great thing. You're educating yourself and also you're educating people out there. So it's not at all true. Also, to be honest, one thing, uh, you should always take um, the learnings or take such statements into your life only when it is coming from credible source. Like
Mhm.
if me being an illegal influencer, if I give a particular statement on something, then a person who is creating in memes or is into this content creation journey only in memes can look up to my experience and learn from it and apply that in their life. But if someone XYZ who has never created any video, who don't even know how this content creation journey works, what are they doing, and says this statement, you should never listen to them, because half of the time they will give some random reason. It's not even true. So make sure you find great mentors and credible mentors. Like even in my content creation journey now, let me open up. There are only three people whom I look up to in memes creation, and if I feel this meme could be a little controversial, I feel, okay, personally. I send them, even till date, okay. I've been creating memes for so many years, but I send them in on their Instagram or WhatsApp and tell them, please tell me, bhaiya, if this will create a problem. Now, these three people are someone who have created memes. They have created memes more than me. They are admins of such one of the big pages in India. And if they are telling me that, Likita, this could be controversial, don't post it, I have never posted it. But if any other third person, I don't even show reels to them. But if they are telling me don't post it, it's controversial, I will never do that. But yes, if these three people will tell me don't do it, I have never gone against them. So that's what. If such statement is coming from someone who is actually creating content and telling it, then you should definitely listen. But such statements, if it's coming from someone XYZ who has never created a video also, then please ignore and do what you feel like is right.
That's actually a great answer. And it's a blessing to have good mentors, actually, especially.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes.
And also, let me tell you one thing. These mentors, I've never met them in my life, to be honest.
Oh.
Only one mentor I've met them, but again, two, I haven't. They stay in different cities. They are very elder to me. They're advocates. In fact, when I was in my law school, they had cleared their bar exam and they were advocates at that point. So they have not only guided me and advised me on my content creation journey, but also they have advised me in general also about law school and various other things. So let me tell you, content creation is also like a blessing. You will find some incredible mentors across India, okay? So this is something very, good thing.
Mhm. A lot of positives you have found in this profession, both the profession. That's actually great. So now coming to the other side of these two fields, that is something ignored in both law and content creation, mental health. You're working in corporate law and also running a content platform. Both are very demanding in different ways. How do you manage stress and protect your mental peace?
Number one is spirituality. As I said, I there are days when I feel like, what I'm doing with life. I get such questions on myself when you're like too much exhausted, burnout, and there are some bad days as well. Okay, I'm not telling that you will see only good side in. This profession. You will only be like, you only go in this big buildings, you go daily, the lifestyle is good over there, but at the same time you will have that equal amount of pressure, equal amount of deadline to complete that particular work, and a lot of other pressures also come along that way, okay. uh, yes, they are bad days, but yes, what keeps me going in that bad days also is something that is spirituality only. I would listen to bhajans or watch Premanand Maharaj's YouTube video or any other, whatever I feel like doing. Also, keeping some really good people around, like, your good friends. In so many years, I have had such incredible friends, like law school friends, also my other friends, even in this content creation journey, what I have made. Talking to them, talking to my mom, talking to my family actually reduces your stress. So keeping, your circle with positive people is something which would help you in long run also, to deal such mental health and other things. Also, one advice I would like to give to anyone who is there in the law school, um, if you're going through any kind of stress, anxiety, and depression, don't ignore it. If your friends are also going through that thing, don't ignore the signs. Ask them to consult, um, uh, psychiatrist, therapist. Like we had in my law school only, we had a particular psychiatrist who used to daily visit on Wednesdays. Or also we could like contact her and tell her to come to law school, and we could go and talk to her whatever issues we were facing. So this was something which I'm very grateful to my law school which has done. I feel every law school should have this kind of internal program, that they should have an psychiatrist in their law school campus itself, where people where students can go and have a heartfelt conversation. And if the things and the signs are like at a higher version, then these people can even prescribe medicines and prescribe you therapy, what will make you feel better. So please don't ignore mental health. Don't take it lightly. If you see even your friends, ask them to go near consultants. And therapy, there's no shame in taking therapy, okay? Please don't ignore it. And also, I can understand law school is a very demanding journey and very challenging. There were times even when I have faced like lost out in my law school, felt the same way as you might be feeling today. But the only thing what will work out would be, one is seeking out help. It could be from psychiatrist, it could be from therapy, or also second would be talking to your law school seniors. There would be times when you will feel like, I'm feeling lost, I'm not understanding which internship to take. At that point, trust me, your law school seniors are your blessings. They will come out and help you, and make you feel that this is something which is normal, we have also gone through it, and help you to get out of it. So yes, talking to your law school seniors is very, very important. Also, don't ignore your mental health, please, for any reason. It could be any reason, but please don't take mental health lightly.
Actually, that is very interesting to know कि कॉलेज में थेरेपी मिल रही है आपको, मतलब that is something I never actually thought of it. I can
Oh,
introduce it in my college.
you should recommend. In fact, I would
Mm.
urge, if people are watching over here are law school professors and law students also, then please
Mm.
give this idea, about having a um, therapist at your law school. In fact, psychiatrist, a lot of law schools are having it. But please make sure you also have create awareness about it. Mental health is not just about that mental health day we celebrate, or mental health awareness week what we celebrate. It's beyond that. And taking right steps in your law school by your law school principal is also very, very important. I really want to thank my law school principal, Dr. Kranti Deshmukh, for having this vision. In fact, we had this system right from my first year of law school. There were a lot of my batchmates also who have gone and taken help. We used to regularly have, like yearly once at least, we had this program by ma'am, in which she used to give us guidance about how to handle stress, how to keep up with daily kind of little things what we go through in our life, because they know that law school and law journey is itself so demanding and so stressful. So we had that sessions as well. So yes, that was a very, very wonderful initiative done by my principal.
That is very, very nice to know. Actually, ah, so moving on to women in law. As a woman in law, what realities should a young woman be prepared for, both the good and the difficult parts?
One would be, I would advise, be a bit more attentive while choosing internships. Don't just, go to any random place for internships. Now this is a bit because when we talk not only about legal profession but in general also the world, in the world you will find good people, but you will also find bad people. So you don't know which what that person is before you go to an internship. And it's better you go, number one, near women advocates. That would, I would say, it's safe. Second would be, ask your law school seniors if they've interned in this office. See how many girls are interning, or how many women advocates they have as an associates. So you can talk to them. It will be better if before you join that place as an internship, if you get to know. Third would be, if you face any kind of discomfort, any kind of harassment over there, please leave it. Your internship certificate is not that big achievement, or not that important, uh, that you're going to face such harassment. Just leave that place, and go to some other place. This would be something for internships, and also for your job perspective also. Before you join any chamber, make sure at least you have done an internship over there, and you know how the people are there over there, how is the senior out there. This would be like a slight advice as a elder sister to all the girls out there who are in their law school. Apart from that, look, it is like an mixed answer, I would say, in the legal profession, how it works. Okay. In litigation also, now I have seen so many women out there, they're doing great. And even in corporate sector, people are doing great, like women are doing great. Even in law school, if you'll see, like my the number of students we had, like out of 120, more than like 60 to 70 we girls were there in my batch. So it is all changing, people are opting law. But also, there are certain struggles at the district level, at the lower court level. But people are now overcoming that. But if you will read that book on balance, you will understand that the struggle what they faced is far more than what we are facing today. So in fact, we are not even facing 1/10 or 0.0005% also struggles what they faced. So if you want to like really get inspired and think that you are at a greater place, then definitely read that book. And trust me, this is something which is true. People who like lawyers, senior advocates who are like elder to us, like 30 years, by 30 years, 25 years, 20 years, they have gone through a lot of struggle. In fact, they have cleared the doors for us. They have made that path for us. So now we have to just walk, okay? We don't have that much struggles compared to them. Obviously, there are little struggles, but obviously, it's not that compared to them. So we can always think at the positive side, see at the positive side, and then move ahead.
Mhm. That's actually great. Matlab, there are times when we are so occupied in our own thoughts and struggles कि we forget कि दूसरों ने आपके लिए क्या किया कि आप यहाँ पे आए हो.
Just
So we need to.
imagine, not only my generation, like if you would imagine your parents, like my
Hmm.
mother's generation, in that point, it was such a difficult thing that women should not choose even law as a profession. People should not
Yes.
used to take admission into LLB degree, like LLB colleges. So just imagine, at that point things were so different, so difficult. Now to people like parents are themselves telling that meri beti vakil saiba banegi.
Hmm.
They're encouraging for CLAT, they're encouraging for MHCET, they're encouraging for legal profession. So yes, now things have changed. Parents also supporting. You could have imagined what things were when our parents in that generation, okay. So things have actually changed. Little struggles that will be, I think years will pass and that will also be overcome. But more than that, I would see we should look at the positive side only.
So अभी हमने as in gender bias और इन सब का बात करा. Now we'll see in what is regional reality. So you have made your career in Maharashtra itself, I believe. Yeah. So वहाँ पे your based on your journey, how do you see is the scope of law in this region, especially in Pune, Mumbai, and then for someone who is an outsider in Maharashtra, are there any real struggles that they would face because of the language barriers or regional biases?
So number one, Maharashtra is a very welcoming and lovely state, to be honest.
Mhm.
Uh, you will see the number of law students appearing for MSCET is increasing year by year. In fact,
Mhm.
by the ratio, after CLAT, uh, the second highest number, or it's equal, people
Mhm.
actually prepare for two exams, that is CLAT and MHCET. And they
Yes.
always have this goal, that either they are going to get into an NLU or colleges in Maharashtra. I've seen people from across India choosing colleges in Maharashtra. They like love coming here and studying. And the competition for MHCT is also increasing year by year. The cutoff keeps increasing every year. So yes, people in Maharashtra are very welcoming, and the college is also very welcoming. And we like mostly all the colleges in Maharashtra are where professors teach you in English only.
Mhm.
And if you're like they want to teach in certain other language also, they prefer Hindi because they know that people from outside
Mhm.
Maharashtra or also if they are students, they are sitting in the class. Also, I've seen people like choosing GLC Mumbai over NLU Odisha and some other NLUs
Mhm.
as well. So the demand for colleges in Maharashtra is also very high. Regional
Mhm.
barrier, that's what I've said. People don't discriminate you, they welcome everyone. In fact, you will find such great seniors who will help you in everything. They will not see that, okay, this person is from Maharashtra. No, nothing, no such gender, regional bias or barricades are there. And also, but let me tell you, in corporate
Mhm.
side you will not face any kind of barrier for language or anything. But in district court, now this is a reality. If you're going to
Mhm.
go and practice in a district court in UP as well, or any other state, in district court mostly the regional language is used. Like Hindi will be preferred in UP, and over in Maharashtra Marathi will be preferred. A lot of lawyers like in cities like Mumbai and Pune, they would argue in English. They would do the drafting in English. But
Mhm.
certain times, if you're like into criminal practice, criminal litigation,
Mhm.
then Marathi, you cannot skip Marathi because obviously the people out there, courts are for people. People would be knowing the
Yes.
state language. FIR is done in the regional language Marathi. So certain things like if you're practicing in district court, then definitely you will have to know the regional language. So that's kind of a practical barrier, but that's a true barrier in every state. If you will go in Andhra Pradesh, you will have to know Telugu because obviously the FIR will be in Telugu. And also some lawyers would prefer to practice in Telugu in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and over here in Marathi they would try to argue, and that's absolutely okay. That's which comes under the rules. So this is like a practical reality check or practical difficulty you might face. But for corporate, you will not face any such reality because it's more about law, and English will work in corporate. Now, the second question, what you asked about, uh, Ria, what was that question? The first one, I think I came backwards. The first question was about MHCT, or what was it about regional barriers?
It was about language barrier and regional barrier.
So I think
Scope
I've
of law
covered,
in
right?
this. Yes, yes, completely.
Okay, yes.
So moving on to some practical advice for students who are thinking of these two fields. First is, what should a student genuinely know before entering law that nobody tells them?
Number one, don't choose law after watching Suits. Please, I mean, the practical reality of the corporate career over here is completely different. It's not like Suits. The things are completely different. In fact, the reality of getting a law firm job is also very, very difficult and different than the what is shown in Suits. Oh, yeah, you can prefer like Suits. What it shows, one thing is that, right? That is the law firm. Uh, Pearson Spector. Pearson Spector, they only hire from Harvard, right? So even in
Mm,
our country, the top tier law firms will only choose from NLUs. That's a hardcore reality. So yes, there are certain things which are like very difficult. Number one is don't choose law after watching Suits. Second, I would now this is something a lot of people can tell. This is a very controversial opinion, but let me tell you one from a very personal perspective. Obviously, it's your life. You're gonna choose it. It's up to you. But as someone who has seen this reality over here, if you're like from a small town, if you small town middle class or lower middle class family,
mhm,
and you want to do a career in law, I would say please don't do. Yeah, a lot of people are going to tell me, a lot of people, when I say these things, on my social media also, people come up and tell me, uh like you're trying to cut down your competitions around. Okay, please, what does this make sense? You guys are not even my competition because you are like 5 years younger to me. The moment you come and graduate 5 years, I would be ahead in my legal career. What will I get by telling these things on social media? Okay, let me tell you, this is a very harsh reality when you come from a small town and you are from a middle class family. Let me tell you what practical difficulty you will face is, just after law school, the job market is so difficult to even get an entry level job in legal profession, that your doors are closed itself there. People tell this, okay, on social media and everywhere, law will open a lot of doors, but no, that requires experience. There were hundreds of rejections for a particular job. People want experienced people want only people who come from MNLU, people want people who have done internships at such good places. But people are very this to give job or give hire people who come from a normal tier 2 college, tier 2 city. This is something harsh reality. Okay, this is a truth. Second, if you want to go into litigation, now litigation has another story of its own. In Delhi, like Delhi being the capital, people I've heard from my friends who are there in Delhi, they get stipend of 10,000 to 15,000, which, if you will ask me, in Pune, it's like a huge thing. In Pune litigation career, my friends have worked for a year and two, and the seniors refuse to pay them. Not even the petrol charges or conveying like charges. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't paid anything, and actually that made them quit law as a profession itself. So you can imagine the difficulties so much, if you, especially for people who come from lower middle class or middle class family. You imagine you have this dream, okay, for 23 you were going to get a degree and you want to earn your own living. But I have seen my friends at 23 also, they were taking money from their parents, rent भरने के लिए, कोर्ट जाने के लिए भी पैसे मम्मी पापा से ले रहे थे. And people make memes also of this कि
Yes.
माँ मुझे घर जाना है तो पैसे दे दो, मुझे कोर्ट जाने के लिए पैसे दे दो. People laugh and ignore, but trust me, that's a reality. um, if imagine Pune considering a tier 2 city, if that's the situation, imagine you going to some other more smaller city than that. What will be your career? What will be you doing? How much you'll be earning? That's a very difficult and a questionable thing. Also, like for an example, if you choose BCom, MBA, or engineering as a career, there are incredible job opportunities. Like even if you like wait for like 2 3 months, you will get hired somewhere. The other startup, coding if you learn, MBA also you do, sales. So many teams are there. Yeah? Startups are starting everywhere. Everywhere they will hire you. But the legal posts in these companies, what I'm talking about, they require experienced people. They'll not take
Mm-hmm.
freshers out there. So it's so difficult to land a job right now in the legal profession. Like I've given you both the perspectives, like litigation also and this also. Also, a few years back, people had this profession in their mind of becoming a judge. Let me tell you, I think if you want to become a judge, and if you're like an 18 17-year-old kid watching this video, you better go and read the recent judgment by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has clearly said you need 3 years of minimum practice so that you're eligible to become a judge. Imagine the litigation career is so difficult. How would you survive for 3 years? Imagine that. It's, I know 18 17 18 kids, yeah, they have this huge energy. They have this energy of, I tell them, they have this energy of Ranveer Singh level. They're like, मैं कर लूंगा, मैं कर लूंगी. I want to do this, I want to fight, I want to do this thing, I want to bring a change, I want to bring a revolution. But the moment you will enter law school ना, वो पूरा ऐसा हवा से वैसे उड़ जाएगा. And when you will start seeing the reality, trust me, of law school, देखो रिया भी हंस रही है, वो उसको भी पता है मैं जो बोल रही हूँ. शी इज ऑल्सो अ लॉ स्टूडेंट. अगर मुझको मेरी बात झूठ लग रही है, मैं बोलूंगी, डू दिस एक्सरसाइज, गो टू योर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट, वेर एवर यू आर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो फ्रॉम. Ask people out there. How many people will tell you come and choose law? Then you decide. Look at the practical problems. When you choose a particular profession, don't only look at the things. Like people will see, there are senior advocates who charge 10 lakhs per hearing, 10 lakhs in one day, 20 lakhs, 5 lakhs. But look at the hard work and look at what age they are charging this. Everyone is senior, everyone is like 50, 60 above, 50 above. And if they are earning at that age, imagine what kind of struggles they have gone through. Also, another thing you can check is, uh, are they first generation lawyer and second generation lawyer. उसमें ही आंसर मिल जाएगा. Now what a lot of law students जो अभी 18-17 years के होंगे उनको पता नहीं होगा what is first generation lawyer and second generation lawyer. Second generation lawyers are basically those जिनके पापा मम्मी एडवोकेट्स होते हैं, जो जजेस वगैरह उनके खानदान से आते हैं. थर्ड जनरेशन भी होते हैं इसमें, फोर्थ फिफ्थ जनरेशन भी होते हैं इसमें, जिनका पूरा फैमिली वॉज इन टू दिस लीगल प्रोफेशन एंड नाउ दे आर गोइंग टू जस्ट आएंगे, चेंबर ज्वाइन करेंगे एंड दे गोना हैव दिस थिंग. आई विल नॉट डीमीन टेलिंग दैट स्ट्रगल्स उनके कम नहीं होते हैं. Definitely उनके भी struggles होते हैं, because obviously they will have to also read the case law, they will have to also prepare themselves and go and face the judge. कभी कभी तो उनका reputation का जो tag उनके ऊपर इतना burden वाला होता है ना, कि उन्हें वो उनके पापा के, उनके दादा के standard, उनका name reputation के लिए भी
हम्म.
match करना होता है. That is also different struggle. बट उनका लाइफ कहाँ पे आसान हो जाता है, इज टू गेट इंटर्नशिप्स, टू गेट मेंटोरशिप. उनको सिखाने वाले घर पे ही होते हैं कि कैसे कर सकते हो, क्या कर सकते हो. बट हमारे जैसे लोगों को पहला स्ट्रगल तो यही आ जाता है कि मेंटोर्स कहाँ से ढूंढे, एंड उसमें भी कौन अच्छा मेंटोर होता है. अगर फिर लड़की हो तो फिर उसमें भी कैसे अच्छे मेंटोर मिले आपको. That's all a huge struggle story, very difficult. And if you come from a small town, जिन्होंने सोचा है कि मुझे बड़े सिटी में जाके कॉलेज करनी है, तो कॉलेज तक तो ऑब्वियसली पेरेंट्स विल सपोर्ट यू फाइनेंशियली, फीस भरेंगे, रेंट देंगे. बट व्हाट आफ्टर दैट, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू सर्वाइव इन अ बिग सिटी. आजकल पुणे मुंबई ऐसे शहरों में भी आपको मिनिमम 20,000 तो लगती है पर मंथ टू लिव इन अ गुड प्लेस, हैव गुड फूड, कन्वेंस चार्जेस जो को कोर्ट आने जाने का सच खर्चा. बट द रियलिटी इज 20,000 तो लिटिगेशन में इज अ ह्यूज थिंग. इट्स लाइक अ ड्रीम, कोई नहीं देगा आपको. पुणे से सिटीज में तो मुंह पे बोल देते नहीं देंगे. तो थिंक 10 times, ट्वाइस भी नहीं, 10 times before you choose. And मेरी बात पे खाली मत जाना. A lot of people might think, what is she saying? No, you're free to do your own research work. अगर लॉ में आओगे तो पूरा रिसर्च वर्क पे ही करना होगा आपको करियर पूरा. तो you're free to do your own research work, do it however you want, and then choose your career. But if you will ask me personally, I would not recommend everyone, especially if you're from a lower middle class, coming from a small town, or a first generation lawyer. Please don't choose law.
आई एक्चुअली गेट इट. आप जो भी बोल रही हो वो सब मैं फेस कर रही हूँ, तो आई गेट इट. लाइव एग्जांपल जैसे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में होता है कि एसआरके को देखकर सबको को लगता है कि मैं भी बादशाह बन जाऊंगा. वही सोच के सबको ही सूट देख के आ जाते हैं. सो दैट इज समथिंग दैट it needs to be told. It's because even I did my research before coming to this profession, but it's not online. No one,
Exactly.
it's not. Thank you for being so unfiltered.
That's what.
So, similarly, what should they understand before entering content creation? क्या content creation is मतलब easier than law field in general or same pedestal?
We cannot compare it, Riya. Both are the different perspective, Law school or
Mm-hmm.
law journey में तो अलग difficulties है, वो तो it's like a fight for survival. This is
Mm-hmm.
what, मतलब if you become a hit, then fine, you will then become an influencer. बट नहीं होता है तो भी क्या ही इसमें बुरा होगा, कंटेंट क्रिएशन में. यू विल लर्न कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ जाएगा, तुम्हारे कैमरा के सामने बोलने की जो एक फियर रहता है वो चला जाएगा. सो बोथ आर कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट. आई डोंट वांट टू कंपेयर देम. ओके, आई फील बोथ आर
Mm-hmm.
poles apart, so let's not compare them. But yeah, content creation, as I said earlier also, that has become where easier. Like you can know how to edit, how to do scripting. Chat GPT, in fact, when I started content creation. ChatGPT was not there. I used to write my scripts on my own. I still have that book जिसमें मैं scripting करती थी, ideas लिखती थी. Now you have everything is digitalized there. So much, so many apps are there that help you. I have also got to know there are certain websites which edit your videos. So everything has become so easy than earlier. The only thing is the algorithm. If you will even learn how to, beat these algorithm things, then though you're unstoppable.
Okay, so moving on, everyone just says, just start. But what about the introverts or people with stage fear or camera fear? Is this field only for extroverts?
So if you really want to overcome your fear, trust me, taking that first step is really important. If
Mm-hmm.
once you've decided, trust me, and this realization in your law school is very important. I
Mm-hmm.
keep telling everyone that whatever you want to do, whatever you want to start it in your law school. क्योंकि वहां पे आपको टाइम है. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि लॉ स्कूल में टाइम नहीं मिल रहा मुझे, देन तो लीगल प्रोफेशन में जब आओगे तब तो बिल्कुल ही टाइम नहीं मिलेगा. ट्रस्ट मी, आई एम सेइंग दिस. And if you want to improve your skill, if you want to improve anything, like you asked me about stage, stage fear, you want to face camera, you want to be on stage, then law school is the best place where you can start. Now how you can start is, one, try participating into your law school events, debating society, join them, so join the societies. This will teach you
Mm-hmm.
a lot. So one of my college societies, Principium, which in which we used to discuss GDs, group discussions, that actually improved me to say anything without having any script, unfiltered way, putting my thoughts in the right way. Even now, this podcast, how I'm doing it, I don't have any written notes over here, nothing. I'm just telling it what is coming in my mind. So that articulation actually was done by my that group society, Principium. Second would be go on stage in a law school. Any event will be there. Any cultural fest. Look, we had this law zilla, which was like only for students, organized by students. So I made sure like I was a host for that event. I did my stand-up performance also for that event. So if you feel you want to do it, go on stage. That's the only way. Also, apart from that, there were used to be guest lectures in my law school. I used to be that host, giving the introduction. The way I think it's like
Mm-hmm.
a full circle moment for me. There was times in my law school I have given people's introduction, so many people's introduction, so many lawyers' introduction in my law school, and today Riya gave my introduction. So it's like a full circle moment. So yes, go. Tell your professors that I want to give this introduction. I want to be host for this event. Obviously, you might fumble. It's okay, but you need to do practice before you go on stage, and it's okay. Even if people laugh, let them laugh. Okay, you're going to improve the next time. The third exercise, I would say, if you really want to overcome a stage fear, if you want to overcome your communication skills, I would say, is record your own video daily. Um, for 1 minute, take a random topic. I'm not even telling you speak on law, speak on anything. Okay, random topic you can tell. It could be anything. What you had in your dinner. Explain what you had. You liked it, not liked it. Anything. Just say it in front of your camera, on the camera, and say it for a minute. Keep doing it daily. Keep checking your videos. You will understand the amount of change, the amount of confidence you will see in your day 1 video and your day 30 video. So please do this exercise, and I'm sure you will overcome your fear. And please don't ignore this telling me बाद में कर लूंगा. बिल्कुल नहीं. Law school is the right time. You have 5 years to do this. Even if you're in your third year, second year, you still have 3-4 years to go. Okay, you can do this. 1 year is enough to become a confident person.
That actually is enough. मैं भी सोचते रहती हूँ कब करूँगी, but I'm working on it. I am working on it
You've taken a
as we
first step.
speak. Yes. So बहुत मेहनत लगती है उधर तक आने में, but फिर जब हो जाता है तो it's really nice. मतलब if you have a host like her, then it's actually much smoother and comfortable, genuinely. So moving on, what are the biggest mistakes you see young law students or young creators make today?
Number one would be okay. Now these are two different questions, Ria. Let's answer it from the perspective of law
Hmm.
students and then the creators. We can go. Law students is not doing proper internships. Please use your law school time and get proper internships. Do proper internships. Don't feel lazy in doing internships. And also, if you are like timing and timings of law college are flexible, then definitely you can go to your law school. I mean, go to your internships right after law school, like what we did in
Hmm.
my law school journey. In fact, in Pune, I really like this culture. Like all the law school timings are like 7:30 to 11:30, 11. So after that, we used to go to courts. I still remember so many of my. In fact, there were times I've taken lift from my batchmates because we were going to court only. Though we were working in some another chambers, but yeah, we were going to court. So we all were there in court only after law college. We used to go, we used to do internships over there, and then return back to your PGs or hostel whenever after the internship timings were. So this was one of the most interesting and best culture, I would say. So if you are getting that time in your law school, go for it. Do internships right after your law school. Second, don't wait till third year. Start your internships in your first year. People will tell you, okay, don't do it. There's no harm, okay? At least go and see कोर्ट. कोर्ट में कैसा होता है काम देख लो, कुछ तो भी सीखोगे, 5 चीजें सीखोगे, वो भी बहुत यूजफुल है. एफआईआर रीड करना कैसे सीख जाओगे फर्स्ट ईयर में, उसको कोई ज्यादा लीगल नॉलेज की जरूरत नहीं है. एंड इफ यू फाउंड सम इनक्रेडिबल एसोसिएट्स देन तो वो बहुत अच्छे सिखाते भी है आपको. So yes, go right from your first year. Third would be law students is they are very introvert. They think that मैं seniors से क्यों बात करूँ, कैसे बात करूँ. Please, I tell this to all my students, everyone, कि सीनियर्स तुम्हारे पास बात करने नहीं आएंगे क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली यू कैन इमेजिन. Riya, now you're in third year. You might be busy in so many other things, you know. Imagine if a fifth year student also, उनको भी कितने चीजें होते हैं यार. लॉ स्कूल के बाद में इंटर्नशिप भागना होता है. एंड फिफ्थ ईयर में तो थोड़ा ज्यादा यू नो सीनियर्स भी, मतलब जो जहाँ पे हम इंटर्नशिप करें वो भी हमें थोड़ा ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी देना चालू कर देते हैं बिकॉज इट्स फाइनल ईयर. यू कैन इमेजिन अगर कोई केस की हियरिंग होगी एंड ऑल, दे आर सो बिजी. इवेंट्स होते हैं, कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते हैं, सो मेनी थिंग्स इज हैपनिंग. सो दे डोंट हैव दैट मच टाइम कि वो आके आपसे मिले, आपसे बात करें. But it's you have so much time, you can do that. When you see them, go talk to them, introduce yourself. Also बहुत से बार events में, like if you are participating into events, I also tell this to law students that be volunteer for as many as events you can in your law school. Be a member of as many as committees in your law school because that will help you meet so many seniors, interact with them, and each senior will teach you some or the other incredible thing. They will help you for internships as well, okay? They will refer you,
Hmm.
trust me. One thing which I'm really really grateful for my law school that has given me, there are many other things, but this would be also this top set, that's my law school seniors. They're now across India, across globe as well. But if I even now I text them that I need your help in this thing, they will do it. They never say no to that. So yes, please go and talk to your law school seniors. Don't feel shy. And if you're introvert, please overcome that because trust me, legal profession is all about connections. It's all about how you talk to people and how many people you know. So if you are introvert, तो ये बोल के चलेगा नहीं. Please उसको overcome करने की कोशिश करो and go and talk to your seniors as much as you can. So yes, internships and talking to seniors is one thing I would say a lot of people don't do it. Third would be ignoring law subjects or basic understanding of law in your law school. I'm not telling you become a topper, even though I was topper throughout my law school for 5 years. Also in my LLM, I was rank 4. I missed the rank 3 by just 0. 0.05 marks, okay, and that hurts me a lot, but it's okay, it's absolutely okay. Even though I was a topper throughout my journey of law school, I wouldn't tell that only be topper. uh, make sure you are able to explain a particular concept even after law school. Now अगर मुझे कोई पूछेगा बेलमेंट क्या है, obviously मुझे सेक्शन याद नहीं है, but I will be able to explain what bailment is, what a contract is, what is the definition of a particular crime. uh, आपको explain karna aana chahiye, that's more than enough. So have that
Mhm.
much concept clarity in your law school. Don't ignore your law school subjects, thinking that बस पास हो जाऊंगा तो बड़ी बात है. No, बिल्कुल नहीं. Have that concept clarity, and just passing marks also will work, but if you have the concept clarity. Now the content creators part, I would say.
Mhm.
Number one is people copy left, right, center. Please don't copy content. Think, use your brains. You will also come up with some incredible content. Never copy anyone's content. Something which I really pisses me off is when someone copies my meme, or uses or makes the same meme, but don't give me credits and all. That really makes me very angry. So yes, stop copying content. Second would be not doing your research work. Like if you're like telling it on social media, then think you're like responsible. You need to be a very um, you need to do your research work, homework very well. You cannot
Mhm.
come and on social media tell anything, rubbish or anything which is not even true. So don't do that thing. Do your research work properly, whatever you're telling. Third would be the third would be creating some like controversial content and all. Now this is all about personal view as well, but I would suggest initially don't go for controversial things. You will land up yourself in trouble. um, don't go for any controversial content. It's up to you now again what you want to do, but this would be my advice. Also, another thing would be wait, controversial, I was going to tell something, yeah, just a second. There was something very interesting point that came up to my mind. Okay, this is for young content creators. Is yeah, the number fourth would be uh reacting to trolls, or stopping your content because someone has trolled you online. Don't do that. I mean, these people just want you to stop content creation. You're someone who has been trolled also is telling you, ignore them. Also, sometimes, people close to you also will troll you. Like as Riya told it, I started my content creation journey in my law school. There were people in my law school, my batchmates itself, they trolled me. They will tell certain rubbish things when you're walking around. They will hate you for nothing, like you've not done anything to them. Personally, you will not have any fight with them,
Mhm.
any grudge with them. The only thing is they're very jealous about your success online,
True.
and they want to troll you, they want to pull you down. So just ignore such people and move ahead in life. Don't fall in their trap, because वो खुद तो कंटेंट नहीं बनाते होते पर दूसरे को भी बनाने नहीं देते. तो just इन ट्रोल्स के शिकार मत पड़ना. वही जो मैंने बात बोली कि सबकी सुनना पर अपनी मन की करना. So what you feel that is right, do that. Don't even listen to anyone, don't even listen to me.
Take from you. Uh, what platforms or resources would you recommend to a law student who wants to grow beyond college and classrooms?
One would be definitely Draftmate. I've actually seen their uh, website and how that works. Okay, definitely a lot of law students ask me, drafting कैसे सीखे. हमें drafting में बहुत difficulty होती है, and internships के लिए the most important skill लोग देखते हैं, when you get an internship, is do you know you're drafting or not. एंड ऑल्सो इंटर्नशिप्स में भी बहुत से कम सीनियर्स होते हैं जो आपको बैठ के सिखाते हैं कि ड्राफ्टिंग कैसे करते हैं. मोस्टली यू लर्न इट बाय लुकिंग एट द ड्राफ्ट्स, रीडिंग योर ड्राफ्ट्स.
Mhm.
But I think this platform is so helpful, that you yourself can give a prompt, see how the drafting is done, and then you can read that and know, okay fine, ऐसे किया जाता है इस particular चीज का drafting. And not only that, you will get multiple drafts for various applications. लाइक टू बी ऑनेस्ट, सबका अलग अलग ड्राफ्टिंग स्टाइल होता है. क्रिमिनल केसेस का अलग होता है,
Mhm.
सिविल मैटर्स का अलग होता है, फैमिली मैटर्स का अलग होता है ड्राफ्टिंग स्टाइल. तो इफ यू वांट टू लर्न दैट एवरीथिंग एट वन प्लेस, देन दिस इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट.
So, one last closing question. If you could give one unfiltered advice to a student listening to this feeling lost, discouraged, or doubting their place, what would it be?
That I would say is we all have gone through the same thing. Now, if you will see me over here, like as a corporate a lawyer and also creating content. But there were times when even I doubted myself. There were some bad days even in my law school journey. It's not only about, good days, everyone is happy. It's not at all like that. And one thing what actually helped me is going and talking to law school seniors. uh, Trust me, this is a blessing, I would say, because when I was going through such things in my life, and when I went and opened up to my law school senior, and I thought, initially I thought कि I was in my fourth year, and I thought कि मेरे साथ ही ऐसा हो रहा है, मेरे बैचमेट्स तो बड़े sorted out है, उनको तो पता है कि किसमें करना है उनका करियर, मैं ही confused हूँ, मैं क्या कहाँ पे भटक रही हूँ, and I'm not able to figure out what to do. And I still remember going out to this my law school senior who was an alumni, and I randomly met her actually on road. She was going there somewhere, and she stopped and she was like, "Kita, what a great time! I've met you after so many years." And I initially like told her like, there's something I want to tell, and I randomly talked to her like on road. हम लोग ये discuss कर रहे हैं, मैं उसको बोल रही हूँ मेरे को ये stress हो रहा है आजकल ये सब कुछ. And to my surprise, she told me, "Arey Likita, it's okay, chalta hai. Even I have gone through the same thing. You're not the alone person in this." And look, and at that point, she was really, she was into litigation, and she was working at a good chamber, like one of the most reputed chambers in Pune. Uh, and now she has even started independent practice. So that point, that day, that conversation with her actually changed my perspective. And not only with her, but apart from that also, in whenever I have faced any such situation, um, uh, deciding career, deciding city, deciding anything in my legal career, I have actually knocked down two doors of my law school seniors, called them, texted them, told them, guide me which optional subject I should choose.
Mm.
Even that I have asked to my law school seniors. So yes, that's absolutely true. You will find yourself confused. You will find where I am. I'm stuck, and you will also find that around people around you, your batchmates are much more confident, much more filtered, and
Mhm.
you are unfiltered in that way. But please, that's not the end. We all have gone through those doubts. We have all gone through that sleepless nights, thinking, worrying about your future. But eventually, having trust on God and spirituality will definitely help you. Also, talking to your law school seniors will definitely help you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your honest journey and so openly. This profession really shows that legal profession doesn't have to look only one way, and there could be multiple paths, personalities, and possibilities. To everyone listening, thank you so much for tuning in this episode of Law Unfiltered by Law Jurist. This conversation, if it helped you, inspired you, or made you feel a little less lost, do share it with your friends, your batchmates, and your fellow lawyers. Stay curious, stay honest, stay unfiltered, and we'll see you